Alright, so again, we're going to start our I-Search project today, where we're going to look at some of the different careers that chemistry has to offer, and we're going to let you guys do this from your point of view. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do is pretty straightforward today.
My name is Brian Clawson. I'm a teacher of chemistry and AP chemistry, and I've been teaching for 11 years.
I want you guys to go out to Google. You can do a couple of things once you're out there. You can either Google just careers in chemistry, or you can look for something specific if you know something that you're looking for. But one of the very first links that will pop up when you Google careers in chemistry is the ACS, the American Chemical Society's website. And if you go to it, over on the right-hand side, there are a ton of different careers that show up for chemistry. Now, they are by all means not all-inclusive. There are others that exist out there, but I mean things like everything from quality control to paints and pigments, oil, nanotechnology, textile chemistry, water chemistry, all kind of stuff. And what I'm going to ask you guys to do is find something career-wise that would spark your interest.
I feel that it lets the students own the material a little bit more. I think one of the tough things about science is not everybody likes it. As much as I love to teach it, not everybody likes it. So it's sometimes I find it kind of a nice way for them to be able to say, oh, hey, I got a lot of choice here. You give them the choice, they pick what they like, and then they're able to kind of take a little bit more ownership of it, enjoy doing it, and then I get a product in the end that feels a little bit more genuine than just, hey, I was forced to do this.
You're going to do your I-Search research project on that. So this is the time when you are allowed to use the I in your research project instead of just spitting out a bunch of boring statistics. I want you to kind of make this the reason I chose this career, the type of money you would make, the I would make, what I would do in that daily job. And to help you guys out a little bit, I made this little I-Search template here that you guys can use to kind of guide your project along here.
I-Search is all about respecting and valuing student interests. Again and again, we hear teachers share how they can't get over how focused their students were as they completed their research. That's because student choice matters, and once you let your students start exploring topics that interest them, it no longer feels like work. They're actually getting to enjoy learning.
And as long as you kind of follow this, you should be in pretty good shape to do this. Now you have basically today and the next couple of days to work on this, even during lab period. I ask that you just kind of follow along with this. It gives you some nice ideas of where you're supposed to head with this. Find a career that you like, and that's pretty much where I'm asking you guys to go with this. Any questions? We're good on this. How many of you have already done an I-Search before? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys this. Once you're logged in, if anybody's having trouble with logging in or anything, the computers have been a little bit finicky today, just please tell me and I'll be more than glad to either log you in as myself or something that'll help you get on your way.
That took a little bit of adjustment for me because I'm used to doing more of a formal research paper where you don't use the I context, and it's more of it feels like a cookie cutter type deal. The I-Search, you have to let go of your preconceptions of what a research project looks like. Because the students are going to own it, they're going, I always propose it as, okay, put yourself in the position of this particular, whatever it is that you're studying. So we did it in careers in chemistry, and, they found the career that they were interested in, and I had them approach it from that, okay, I would be doing this, this would be my typical day, this is the type of salary I would end up making, and you give them that piece of ownership to that as well. So it doesn't have the traditional, works cited, it doesn't have all the pieces of a regular research paper, but in the end, I feel that the product was much more genuine than what I got if I just did a regular research project.
You are not limited to just this website. If there's somewhere else out there that you would like to go look, or you already have something in mind that you would like to do, one of the best things about chemistry is it's involved in just about everything. So you should be able to find a nice topic that would mean something to you that you can work on.
One of the coolest aspects of I-Search is it's about the research journey. The kids literally start their papers telling you what they know about their topic already and why they're interested in further exploration of it. They then proceed to walk you through their research process, telling you where and how they answered each of their burning questions. We want to give them the opportunity to conduct online research, as well as interview subject matter experts when possible, and even use these weird things in the library that they call books. The more resources you make available, the better iSearch paper they can produce.
You will notice as you go through the template, there is a part where it will talk, where basically once you talk with a partner, you get that far today, and the person sitting next to you or somebody you would like to work with is that far, you guys can keep going. So in about 3 minutes, I'll ask you guys to start cleaning up, so it might be a decent place to start looking for a stopping point for today. When you come in tomorrow, you can get the laptops right now. You guys can get right to work.
Notice that with iSearch, students aren't trying to gather information in isolation. In true social lens fashion, they're talking through their ideas and discoveries with an iSearch partner and the teacher throughout the process. There's also one final note I'd like to make about iSearch. It really should be about the research and the learning. Grading should be happening throughout the assignment and end up worth approximately 80% of their final grade. Try to make the final product no more than 20% of their overall grade. Nothing says that it needs to be a standard research paper either. Be creative in how you ask your students to share out the new knowledge that they've learned.